So I talked to my barber, who's been cutting my hair for 27 years. And I said, these guys want me to run, Kelly. And he said, do it. I kept waiting for somebody to say, Larry, your life is fine. You're in 300 markets. It took you this long to get there. You're a syndicated columnist. Why would you want to do this? No one said that. The guy who drives me every now and then owns a car company, and every now and then he drives me himself. His name is Ed. And I said, Ed, these people want me to run for governor. He pulled the car off the road and he said, Larry, do it and save us. And so, little by little, I began to think, if not you, who? If not now, when? And now I am in it to win it. Now, I have also been asked, do you have any regret? And the answer is no, because I'm not a kid. I've been around a lot. I've criticized politicians. And I've always known that when you threaten the system, they're going to come after you like nobody's business. And so I anticipated this. I must say, I did not anticipate the LA Times referring to me as the black face of white supremacy. That one did surprise me a little bit. I fought hard for that title, don't laugh. I was having an interview today with George Skelton. George Skelton is in his 80s. He's the dean of political writers here in California. He's been writing for the LA Times for almost 50 years. And we had a long conversation. He asked me about the accusations. And I said, George, you work for the LA Times. 2 of your columnists this week have written scathing columns about me, one of whom all but called me the Black David Duke, and the other one called me the black face of white supremacy. And he said, well, I don't really pay a whole lot of attention to what the other columnists write. I said, really? I said, I'm on Salem. I have a lot of colleagues on Salem, and if somebody said something that disgusting, I would have an opinion about it, I would say something about it, and I would be afraid and concerned it would hurt my brand. You don't care about what these columnists are doing to the brand of the Los Angeles Times? He had no real answer. And I said, let me tell you what they've said. They both said that Larry Elder used the statistics to twist them into a narrative and did not offer a single example. I said, don't you think it would be helpful for your readers to give a single example of a stat that I've used to twist to advance this agenda of white supremacy? I said, George, it is a fact that 70% of black children enter the world without a father married to the mother. It is a fact that Barack Obama once said a kid raised without a father is 5 times more likely to be poor and commit crime, 9 times more likely to drop out of school, 20 times more likely to end up in jail. It is a fact that 50% of the homicide victims in the country are black, even though blacks are just 13% of the population, and almost all of those murdered are murdered by other black people. It is a fact that the #1 cause of preventable death for young white men is accidents, like car accidents or drownings. It is a fact that the #1 cause of preventable death for young black men is homicide, almost always at the hands of another young black man. It is a fact, George, that a young black man is 8 times more likely to be a victim of a homicide than a young white man, and again, almost always the perpetrator is another young black man. These are facts. If you have another explanation for them, please give it to me. He said nothing. I have also been accused of not paying taxes, having a tax lien. By the way, I did have a tax lien. 9/11, the IRS for 3 days put a tax lien on my house. It was a mistake. They apologized for it. I didn't even know it was on until 2007 when I refinanced my house. But some reporter found that out and asked me about my not paying taxes. I also found out that I have had a temporary restraining order filed against me by a mother and her daughter who claimed that Larry Elder stalked them. Now, there was a Larry Elder who stalked them. Different Larry Elder, different birth date, different city. Every single day, it's something different, it's something new. And it's been fascinating. And it's because they are scared to death. They are scared that I am a proponent of school choice. And the polls show that black and brown parents living in the city want school choice. They want the ability to say, I'm not going to send my kid to a school where only 2% are math proficient, which is the case of my former high school, Crenshaw High School. Only 2% of the kids at Crenshaw High School today are math proficient. 75% of black boys in California cannot read at state levels of proficiency, and those levels are low. Half of all third graders cannot read at state level proficiency, and again, those levels are low. 80% of the students educated in government schools in California are black and brown, and these are the ones that the left prides itself on caring about. I support choice in school. The money should follow the child rather than the other way around. And there is going to be an initiative on the ballot for educational savings accounts. We're spending $15,000 per student, and that money is going to go into account so the parent can put the child in a private school, a charter school, a religious school, or even use the money for homeschooling. And that is going to break the stranglehold that Democrats have on black and brown voters, and they're scared to death.